Monitoring is a precondition for all the things coming afterwards.
Our goals are to identify potentials for mitigation within the railway sector and also to go for monetization of environmental impacts. Of course, if we produce, manufacture, construct turnouts, then there are a lot of material resources and energy resources going in as an input, as environmental inputs until the turnout is ready and fully functioning on track. And this also causes emissions. So this is the part, I told about it in the part of the life cycle assessment, the first part, the life cycle inventory, where we have to assess all these emissions. Then in the next step, the impact assessment, we can then aggregate these emissions into midpoint indicators. You can see it on the bottom left side. These are the top 5, so to say, which you can also find in every environmental product declaration. So acidification potential, eutrophication potential, global warming potential, so greenhouse gas emissions, and so on. And then there are environmental pricing schemes in play. So we are really able to transfer these midpoint indicators with their specific units into ecological costs. And this gives us the ability in the end to have a single score evaluation in the last step, because then we can sum up all these costs for the different midpoint indicators. And in the very last step, we then have one single score evaluation in euros. So now we are able to compare all or to aggregate all the different environmental indicators into one unit, into euros. And this also gives us then the ability to integrate it into life cycle costing schemes. So we see it with the scenario Paris agreement. This can rise up to 17%. So the ecological costs of a turnout can rise up to 17% of the life cycle costs. With the current scenario, it's 3 to 4%. But this really shows us that this can and will be a decisive factor.
The ÖBB, the Austrian Federal Railways, had a vision, the most environmental friendly railway in Europe, and we are on the top. So now to see in detail what is behind these CO2 emission costs. What we did was Europe's first well-founded calculation model to be able to select the best bidder by ecological and sustainable TCO evaluation.
Data analysis generates knowledge.
The maintenance planning and the maintenance actions behind this component condition, this is the most sophisticated part of the predictive maintenance.
That maintenance and predictive maintenance especially is a task we can only master when we build networks with the industry, with academics at universities and other partners.
Voestalpine, one step ahead.